Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we have a special and exciting topic because today I will tell you and show you how with the help of ChatGPT we can create character for the game. The most interesting part here is that the ChatGPT itself will make decisions and choices regarding the creation of our character. To start with, I explained to the chat that the game offers us two options: to create a regular character without a backstory or to start the game as Dark Urge, and I have gave it a brief description of the character's story. All the way, GPT chat kept trying to suggest that I should choose how to create the character, but I clarified that it should not consider my opinion, as I'm interested in seeing what choices the chat makes on its own. When it finally understood that I wanted to make decision on its own, it chose the Dark Urge and commented on its choice. The inner struggle of this character and the unique storyline that unfolds us its true nature is revealed sounds like an intriguing and complex role-playing experience. Next, I asked the chat to choose the class it would like to play, and I also clarified that the game is based on the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. Thanks to this clarification, I didn't have to describe all the classes to it. The chat chose Tiefling, and here's its comment. Tiefling are known for their infernal heritage, often having fiendish bloodlines that could further empathize the inner darkness and dark urges that character experiences. This race choice aligns with the theme of temptation and inner struggle, making it a suitable option for Dark Urge in Baldur's Gate 3. After choosing the race, we also selected a sub-race. Just in case, I provided the chat with full description of the 3 available sub-races. The chat chose Mephistopheles Tiefling and justified it by saying, this sub-race provides dark vision and infernal resistance as racial bonuses, which can be useful for a character traveling in the darkness within. These traits align well with the concept of resisting temptations and challenges that Dark Urge faces, making Mephistopheles Tiefling a suitable choice. I contemplated whether I should describe all the available spells at this stage so that the chat could choose them too, but I decided to start with cantrips. As usual, I described each of them so the chat could choose. The chat said that for Dark Urge it would be like to choose Eldritch Blast because this cantrip allows Dark Urge to conjure cracking energy beams, which is signature warlock spell and can be used for both offensive and utility purposes. It also chose Minor Illusion because this cantrip enables Dark Urge to create illusions that can compel nearby creatures to investigate. Then I came to choosing subclass. I had to describe each one to ensure that the chat made an informed choice, if one can expect consciousness from artificial intelligence. The chat chose the Fiend subclass and immediately commented on its choice. This subclass aligns well with the character's torment and temptation, as it involves making a pact with a hellish fiend striving for corruption and destruction. This choice empathized the character's connection to the forces of darkness and the challenges they face in resisting of embracing their inner demons. Out of curiosity, I also asked the chat to choose a deity that our main character worshipped, and interestingly, the chat chose Bane. Unexpected, right? But since Bane was unavailable as a choice, I had to provide the chat with all the available options, and it chose Selûne. Quite a strange choice after the first one. But the chat explained it as follows. Dark Urge's worship of Selûne can symbolize his desire for guidance and redemption, as well as his struggle to resist the temptation of darkness. Selûne's association with the havens and navigation also adds a celestial aspect to the character, making it an intriguing choice for Dark Urges in Baldur's Gate 3. Next, I asked chat to distribute the ability scores for a character, reminding it of the 5th edition of D&D. However, the chat wasn't very good at math, so I had to take some corrections. In the end, it located the points, but not entirely correctly, as ability scores should consist of even numbers to receive bonuses to ability checks. However, I didn't mention this to the chat, as those are nuances not all players are aware of. Here's what the chat said about its choice. This distribution maintains the focus on charisma as the primary ability score for Warlock, while also providing some improvements to other important abilities like dexterity and constitution. And now let's move on to what I consider the most challenging but also the most interesting part. I asked the chat to describe the character's facial features so that I could choose them from the options provided in the game's character creation menu. Here is the description it gave me. Dark Urge's eyes are pierced in deep crimson, resembling the color of blood. They have an intense and unsettling quality, often reflecting the inner darkness within character. His skin is pale, further accentuating the contrast with his dark crimson eyes. His hair is long and flowing, a deep black that contrasts with his pale complexion. I then selected the most suitable options from the character creation menu. I also asked a few clarifying questions. The chat responded that the character doesn't have a facial hair and there are no scars, piercing or tattoos on his face. I clarified that since our character is a tiefling, he has horns, and I asked the chat to describe them. Hear what the chat said. Dark Urge's horns are long and slightly curved backward, resembling the shape of twisted, darkened ram horns. The chat also mentioned that the character doesn't have wrinkles or vitiligo. Finally, we finished with character setup by choosing a name. The chat named our Dark Urge Tiefling Vaylin Darkhorn. So that's the character we ended up with. I decided to follow through and told the chat that according to the plot of the game, the main character has a guardian, and we also need to choose race, appearance and gender. Chat chose Wood Half-Elf and specified that this race combines the adaptability of humans with the grace and longevity of elves, making her a versatile and capable protector. Also, chat said that half-elf race can also be fitting for a guard with a keen sense of observation and strong connection to both human and elf qualities. Chat said that it would be female and described her as a tall and imposing figure with a warrior's build, standing at around 6 feet tall. Her skin is sun-kissed from long days in the field and she has a few battle scars on her face, evidence of her combat experience. Her hair is fiery shade of red, tied up in a practical bun to keep it out of her way during combat. A few loose stands frame her face, giving her a rugged and fierce appearance. Her eyes are striking shade of emerald green, sharp and observant, reflecting her keen senses and watchful nature. In the end, this is what we came up with. I hope you found it as interesting as I did to watch artificial intelligence create a character for playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm even thinking about trying to play through the game where ChatGPT makes the main choices. If you're interested, let me know in the comments, and with that I bid you farewell. See you in next videos.